Yo, what's going on? Naveen Suraj, we are the Normies, and we are watching.
We are like 1/3 of the Normies.
About a fourth, maybe like a sixth.
And we are watching Sherlock.
Season 4.
So excited.
Episode 1, the Six
Thatchers.
Woo! Quick summary, Navi, are you a Sherlock fan?
I am a huge Sherlock fan. I love Sherlock. I like the character of Sherlock. That's why I love Dr. House. Because the house was based on Sherlock. I just love the detective stories as well. This episode is based loosely on the adventure of 6 Napoleons. So they have 6 similar. I don't know what Thatcher is. Maybe,
Yeah.
I really don't know what Thatcher is.
Maybe it's just their way of modernizing it, or they're just... Because every single episode is taken from a case, like this, A Study in Pink, one of some of the other ones.
Like, yeah.
Will just handed Navi his thick-ass Sir Arthur Conan Doyle book with like all the Sherlock stories in it, the classic ones. Yep, look at it. Pretty legit.
Look how beautiful it is.
So yeah, I'm a fan of this show. I've totally binged it. Like, I didn't start watching it until after season 3 had been released, though. So like, I haven't been a long time fan, but I did cruise through all of it. We went and saw The Abominable Bride last year. That was good.
That was really good.
And yeah, I'm excited. I love the way they shoot this show. I love the way they portray Sherlock and his mind palace and the little the text bubbles coming out.
Oh yeah, and Benedict Cumberbatch does amazing job in like doing Sherlock. I cannot picture anybody else doing Sherlock.
But Martin Freeman is Watson too. Like their chemistry is on point.
It's really good. They did a really good job of portraying Sherlock in modern times, because the first time when I started watching Sherlock, I had this bias, like, no, they can't do it in modern times because they have to be set in that time period, because how they're gonna really, because Sherlock doesn't work with technology in the book, so it's kind of like how they're gonna bring that part into their lives, and they work really well. Like like you said, like bubbles that pop up with the messages.
Margie was catching up and like she was watching the very first episode. I'm like, oh my god, Benedict Cumberbatch is so skinny.
So
and, like,
young.
They just look so weird, so young looking. Like, that was before him or Martin Freeman had really established themselves as like top tier actors. I think this was like the first season of the show was filmed in like 2010, maybe.
It was a long time. There was a 1 year gap between the previous season and this season.
Yeah.
Because
a couple of years, I think.
I think it was because Moffat was working on Doctor Who.
90.
And the thing is, like, only 3 episodes. I know each episode is like 90 minutes long, but it's still 3 episodes. So like once that ends, and then you have like a year to wait. It just seems forever to wait for the next season. It's like, come on.
So let's start this.
Let's start this. Come on, let's do it. 90 minutes. Let's do this. Oh God!
I know.
I could hear it.
Spacebar shocked me.
What makes you think I'm not taking it seriously? Hashtag, oh what a beautiful morning.
Ice lolly, I suppose.
Ice lolly it is.
Do they still do middies?
Mr. Holmes.
I'm a high-functioning sociopath.
What?
We have the tech to doctor a bit of security footage.
No.
I always know when the game is on. You know why?
Why?
Because I love it.
I love the intro. I hope Moriarty's not back.
Yeah, someone new. Enough member berries. Even though he is like the arch nemesis, like it would be cool that if he left a riddle or something after his death, but he himself should not be alive.
No, I think his assistant might come.
Why did you look surprised when you saw me this morning in Baghdad? I had an appointment with you tonight, said Death.
Is that like because Moriarty, like, I don't know, I feel like that's a little comparison to Moriarty and Sherlock, how you didn't expect him to die then.
Come back. It's the wrong thumb.
And he's got paragraphs now.
59 missed calls. Maybe a lot of trouble.
This is the song I like.
Physical magic friend.
If dog can't swim, neighbor is the killer. What is it?
You failed to connect actions to their consequences. Now, for the last time, if you want to keep the rattle,
No. You just have a kid. What are you doing? Stop.
Maybe she recognizes him.
A week later, something really weird happens.
I'm excited too.
with the son.
What?
In the
The
park.
son who's in Tibet. DNA all checks out. Night of the party, the car's empty. And a week later, the dead boy's found at the wheel. We'll check it, yeah.
Bit of a fan of Mrs. T, big hero of mine.
Thatcher.
What's the
Margaret
first name?
Margaret
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 Thatcher.
Thatcher.
Oh my God! Surprise!
That's when it happened. I can't be certain, of course, but I think Charlie must have suffered some sort of a seizure. He died there and then.
From Caesar?
No one had any
Yes.
cause to go.
Doesn't that seem weird that drunk driver just randomly
Dead
went?
for a week.
Like he randomly veered off onto that road and smashed into the...
Really, I'm so
Where
sorry.
there was only one house in
Yeah.
effect, and then that has to do with it. Like, that
Yeah, that's gotta be
Swear it was
something.
smashed. That was amazing. What? That car, the kids. Ancient history, why are you still talking about it? What's been talking about a broken...
I'm sure. Maybe it's Moriarty. Maybe it's not.
He keeps
Something's coming.
the pool reflecting is like the pool from the first season finale. You know what I mean? Like
All this moving from billions of
how it's like reflecting on his face. You know what I mean?
You no idea.
The transition's getting
Yeah, the
more and
credits are more
more-
unique and like frequent.
Instead, you buy individual cigarettes, always sure that each will be your last. Anything to add, John? John?
Yeah.
Your wife is a spy. Well, that's right. Her real name is Greta Bangsdotter. Swedish by birth, and probably the most dangerous spy in the world.
You know this.
This chain of events will then prove unstoppable, thus precipitating World War III.
You serious?
No, of course not. His wife left him because his breath stinks and he likes to wear lingerie. Just the bras. Get out.
Yeah, I was like, after a while, I was like, this has to be some kind of joke.
Thatcher's like, I don't know, Napoleon now.
Yes, fascinating. You don't know where exactly did they come from.
Easter egg.
Goodbye, Sherlock Holmes.
The Black Pearl of the Borgias.
What is that?
The problems of your future are my privilege.
Huh. There's still more mystery about Mary.
Nobody shoots me, anyone shoots, I kill this man. If no one follows me, no one dies.
Where are they?
Yeah. How do you see them?
When you say a man will...
I'm the man who's gonna kill your friend, Mary. 6 years ago, okay. What the fuck? Where were the cops? How did the what do you what? I'll kill them. They don't see anybody, dude.
Yeah.
That was a little weirdly shot.
Even the fight scene was kind of weird.
It was a little bit.
Yeah.
What do we do?
We die.
How can she have so much mystery?
Yeah, I know. I thought they covered this last
Yeah.
season was her mystery. I mean, if she was like a super spy or whatever, I guess it's believable that she had done some things in the past and they can come back and haunt her. She's not being villainous.
I guess it makes sense. Watson never looked at the USB, so we would never know what it was. They can't just let it go.
And well, they all had the same USB, right? Is that
I
what it
think there
was?
was only one.
'Cause, like she did burn that one, right? So maybe like they all had one, and
Oh,
so he
yeah,
took
he
his off because
put-
he knew he was gonna get captured.
Gotcha.
So he like
So
got
there's
rid of
two
it.
more out there?
Nothing.
I was the only one that made it out.
No. So AJ survived as well. Mary, I'm sorry to tell you this, but he wants you dead.
What?
Bitch, come on! I hope he brought a fake one, just hopefully.
Yeah, I hope he didn't trust her that much more.
Yeah.
What was that flashback?
That was strange.
You had a dog and he had a friend? Or was it Mycroft?
I don't know. It looked like a girl.
Nice trip.
How the
Please, Mary. There was a child present.
Every movement I made was entirely random. Every new personality just on the roll of a dice.
Mary, no human action is ever truly random. An advanced grasp with the mathematics of probability mapped onto a thorough apprehension of human psychology and the known dispositions of any given individual could reduce the number of variables considerably. I myself know of at least 58 techniques to refine this seemingly infinite array of randomly generated possibilities down to the smallest number of feasible variables. But they're really difficult, since that I just stuck a tracer on the inside of the memory stick.
They said it was the English woman.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Throw it away. Throw it away, Watson.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Hey man, she has kind of lied on to him one too many times, but you still don't need to cheat on her.
Yeah, it's still not okay. Why would you add as a contact? You think what? Like,
That's weird. There was something suspicious about her anyway.
is it cheating on?
Uh-oh.
When did that happen? Like, how? But
How did Sherlock not notice? Sherlock has to know. What? Sherlock has to know.
she
can
has
hide
to
this?
know
Yeah,
as well
she's good too.
How does it think he can keep that
Yeah.
hidden? Like, pretty sure his kid knows. Did he?
Did he or didn't he? God damn it.
How can somebody cheat on her? I mean, she's mysterious.
Yeah.
She's cool. Like,
Yeah.
I know she kept things hidden, but I mean, if you're aging with CIA,
I
like,
thought
you
you
probably.
meant she could kick your ass.
Oh yeah, that too.
Name's Antarctica. Langdale.
What's that?
This is, what was it? It was foreshadowing too.
This was always my favourite spot for agents to meet. We're like them. Ghostly, living in the shadows.
Oh my god.
What depends which side they're on.
That's Emma.
I'm just like the merchant in the story. I thought I could outrun the inevitable. Let me just walk away.
Good.
Yeah.
After what you did. You see right through me, Mr. Holmes.
It's what I do.
So,
Maybe I can still surprise you.
Come on, be sensible.
No, I don't think so.
what the fuck is Sherlock? He can't escape death. Oh!
I'm sorry for shooting you that time.
Sorry.
You were my whole world.
Being Mary Watson was the only life worth living. Thank you.
What?
Well, Minecraft did kind of foreshadow it.
What did he say?
It was like the agents like her can never be retired.
They get
permanent
retired, yeah.
Now he can have affair legally.
What the?
Why don't they have ambulance outside when they do shit like this? Like,
Why didn't those motherfuckers have their guns up when they came in and shoot the bitch before she... Oh god, John.
oh god.
Shit.
Don't you dare. You made a vow. You swore.
Oh god.
Damn, man. Well, single dad now.
I'd rather have anyone but you. Anyone.
Death waits for us all in Samara. Can Samara be avoided?
Next Sunday, a bit later at 9 o'clock. A taster on the way. Next tonight...
A taster.
A taster.
A
Taster. Taster.
A taster is on the way.
A taster is on the way.
Taster. Oh, Moffat.
God damn it,
You
Moffat.
try to do way too much. One thing I've noticed about Moffat that he does try to do a lot of things in one episode. The one thing, like always, there was Six Thatchers. That thing was happening. That was in the story, the Adventure of Six Napoleon. It's like Six Napoleon thing, but in the one of them beside the USB, it's actually that black. The what he said, the black ruby, whatever he was talking about. That's what they found in the story, and that's where it ended. But apparently, they obviously took it to USB and took it to Mary, which went from. It just exploded from there.
It did just sort of like fragment off, you know?
Everywhere, because I was like trying to keep up, and I have a headache now, and I'm just like, I don't know. It was good. I liked it. There was too much to keep up with.
Yeah.
I personally thought it was too much to keep up with. Like the fighting scene was kind of a weird thing, and then I just think like when the aquarium thing happened, like every time that happened, why is there not ambulance outside? Like it just. Why did nobody got their guns out?
Yeah, why did no one have their guns out?
Why did nobody was like call 911 or whatever the similar they have
Yeah.
in UK? It's like I don't know, like that was a foreshadow. My call was like, yeah, she got permanently retired, miss me kind of thing. Like again, Moriarty, and he kept obsessed over Moriarty, and I just expected Moriarty to be there, and I thought everything with Mary was done. And did Watson have an affair with that woman?
I guess it doesn't seem like maybe they were just talking. I don't know.
So he's also guilty about that,
Yeah.
and then he's dead, and she's dead, and then he's
Yeah.
blaming Sherlock because he took a vow, and obviously because he was too cocky, which he realized. That's why he told Mrs. Hudson to say Norbert next time I am cocky
And
about it.
Mary was trying to stop him at the end when he was baiting, what's her name, Vivian, is that her name?
Vivian.
And like he kept going. He was like irritating her, like blah blah blah, I know all this, blah blah blah. And she's like, well, predict this. And like, if he hadn't have been, himself in that, maybe she would have just given up. You know what I mean? Because she was already accepting the fact that she was dead or whatever.
Yeah, but at the same time, like he kept talking about that story of Samara, whatever the story was.
Yeah.
It's like, can you escape?
The merchant from Baghdad.
Yeah, can you escape death? He kept saying that in the end, like, yeah, he escaped death because Mary took that death for him, and just like, I don't know, I feel like he is testing, like he's testing it, like he was testing Vivian Norbert, like to actually pull that trigger. Didn't realize that Mary was gonna take that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think he saw that coming, but he didn't see that Mary was gonna jump in front of him.
Because I mean, he has escaped death before, and like I don't know, maybe he thought that was his time. You know what I mean? It's like he's. It did. I get what they were doing with like Mary, and at first I was just like, oh really, another like thing from her past? Like I really thought that like season 3 finale like really ended that angle nicely, and just everything like. I get that they were like trying to dig up this thing with her past, and it made sense. Like, oh, like Mycroft was like, this is the only way she retires. Like, there's only one way they retire. Someone else retires them. And so, all the seeds were planted. I just felt a little bit rushed, like they didn't have the actress for the rest of the season or something. Like, I don't know if like, what's her name, Vivian was cool enough to take her down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just the random old lady that was sitting off to the corner.
So, what was her secret?
Her secret, I guess she was the one that
was giving
orders to Agra, and I guess she was responsible for betraying them when they went in for that heist and it went wrong.
So what was the meaning of ammo? Did they ever describe that? What does ammo means?
No, I think that was just her code name. Maybe it wasn't an acronym at all.
And they just assumed that was the other woman, and then they were like, oh no, that can be another person. Like, that was Vivian.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I know Sherlock like picks up conclusions right away, like the way he does the direction, like he knows how to get to one place to the other, but the way they do it in the show is just so rushed. It's like you jump from one, it's like, how the fuck did you get to this? Like, what does happen? Like sometimes like I know he's joking, but it's like
yeah. Well, it's fun because in this episode, like, he poked fun at himself for like, it's like, I'm just kidding, I put a tracker in here.
Yeah.
So like I thought that was good too.
But again, like that was a whole kind of a waste. Like she did that random. He put a tracker, and then AJ tracked Sherlock. I was like, Sherlock, did you not see that coming? Like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Of course he like tracked you. Like, I kind of saw that coming, but like they could have all, could have done the whole thing in UK.
Yeah.
That whole thing didn't need to happen.
I just felt like it was retreading a lot from last season. Just like, oh, Watson and Mary, like, do they trust each other? Or, like, can you trust her? Or she's leaving him, like, but they killed her at the end, so I guess they had to kind of bring. I don't know.
So we can trust her, but like you said, it was kind of like testing. Like, can you? And because when she was like, I don't, and then Sherlock, like, he fainted from whatever he sniffed. It's like, of course we can't trust her.
I'm like, what the hell?
Oh my god, why would you do that? But
yeah, I mean, in past seasons, like, even the very first episode, Study and Pink, like, oh, I just recently rewatched it with Margie. Like, it's the driver, it was the cab driver, or, like, whatever. Like, it's always, like, someone you least expect.
Yeah.
But I guess,
because it's actually there's an other story going on while he's, like, thinking something else.
Because she was funny, like, she was in the beginning, like, when he was getting exonerated for the murder or whatever, and was just like, oh, what flavor? When he was talking about, like, a sucker or whatever. Like, that was, so, like, it's kind of funny that it happened to be her, but then I'm like, really? She took out Mary? I don't know. It's just kind of.
But also in the very beginning, that kid who was like dead there for a week, which, I mean, after all this shit happened, you don't remember that happened.
I know. Yeah.
Who was like
the
dead.
Power Ranger or whatever.
Yeah, which was a cool idea. He was trying to like scare them. So he died from Caesar, and then Sherlock comes to their house to tell them how he died, and he just happened to notice Margaret Thatcher's bust was gone, and then all of a sudden he, I don't know, put that together with the camera, and then I don't know, there was kind of rushed jump to the conclusion that was like, I understand, like, there was a Margaret Thatcher's bust that's gone, like, because there's a mark left there, but that's not a big mystery. Why would you focus that much on that? Like, why did he all of a sudden think, like, no, that's a mystery to focus on something?
Yeah, well, I guess, like, he just noticed it was gone and thought it was just a loose thread, and then, like, another Thatcher statue got destroyed, so, like,
but he did focus on it a while he was in house.
It was just kind of oddly stringed together, like, because of the Moriarty message, he was looking for the busts, and then found out that it was linked to Mary, of course, and then, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I don't remember the other Sherlock episodes having so much stuff, then again, maybe they did, because they were like 90-minute episodes.
Abominable Bride had a lot of stuff. Yeah. A lot of things going on. Which I was fine with because I went there to pay to watch it. It's like, but this one, I just...
It was a little... It looked like they were just writing off some loose ends, like setting up Sherlock and Watson not, being on the same page this season, which is cool, but, like, I don't see Watson forgiving Sherlock for this for a while.
No, God, no.
Like, that's pretty detrimental.
They could have done okay without having the kid in the beginning die. That scene, if there wasn't there, I think the whole episode still would have been okay.
It would have been, but I get how it all led to, like, it was like one thing after another led to there, but at the same time, looking at it as a whole, it was just like, okay, here's this plot, and now we have to do this plot, and then we have to do this plot.
Oh, in the story, what happened, like, Lestrade brings that story to Sherlock, that three Napoleons get busted. The bust get busted. Mm-hmm. And then Lestrade brings it to Sherlock because it's weird. And that's where it went on. So they could have done that from Thatcher. It's just, I don't know, I mean, just because I read it, I feel like that story was kind of weird, just on its own.
Yeah, I kind of liked that mystery
in
and of itself.
Oh, yeah.
But then, like, the answer being, like, a flash drive from Mary's hidden team or whatever was a little bit underwhelming.
And then a drunk driver happened to hit that car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was just weird.
It's just see, I thought that was something. I thought there was something else at play too. Like, why would a drunk driver randomly hit that car there in the middle, like off into the yeah, that was a little strange.
It was a drunk driver, right? I don't know.
Yeah, like it was a drunk driver, or they were chasing somebody, and he happened to drive off into this mansion and into that car.
Yeah, where it doesn't seem like there was a way going around. I thought it was like a driveway, but I mean, I love Sherlock overall. I absolutely love Sherlock. There's like, I like 90-minute. I mean, it's a long episode, but it's a 90-minute episode. They do cover a lot of things that go from one. Like, they cover the whole plot. But this one seemed a little bit disconnected, in my personal opinion. Again, they were trying to do a lot of things, but in the last one, when Mary was like, "Oh, I have one mystery, like one case for you. Please save Watson." The way they were doing, the way they were doing shooting, like her mouth and then her eyes, and like that kind of reminded me of that Doctor Who episode of the Weeping Angels. I'm sorry.
You're
Don't blink episode. Where it was like, don't blink. Like they did kind of the same camera shot. I was like, don't blink, and like whatever you do, don't blink. I just
said Moffat style.
Moffat style. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, Moffat, killing off your only strong female lead.
Oh,
I was actually excited. I was like, sweet. I want to see Mary and Sherlock work together more. Like, if they switch off, like, you know what I mean? Like, that would have been cool.
Moffat can't do anything with women.
Yeah.
Don't put that in there. People are gonna roast me. But it's seriously, like, every time a female lead gets stronger, he kills her off.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with Doctor Who. Like, every time the companion gets stronger, like, get serious role that she can start doing stuff on her own, like just with Mary, they die. Or they go somewhere else. Or they disappear. I don't know.
Sucks because she was only in the one season last season.
And she was cool. I really liked her.
Oh, yeah. It was a cool dynamic.
Yeah. But
she did. Well, I'm looking forward to see how Watson and Sherlock come together to face the adversary. Like, I don't know what she meant by save Watson, because she just knew that I guess she just knew she would die, like, early. You know what I mean? Like, something would happen.
Maybe she knew.
So, like,
if
she knew, like, Watson would just be torn up about it, like so.
Do you think Watson might turn into evil?
I was thinking about that. Like,
evil
maybe they're
villain.
gonna set them up against each other.
Probably.
But that would be interesting. I don't see him like going at it like with Sherlock, but
I mean, Watson knows a lot about Sherlock. He knows how he gets tick. He knows how to play him. Like, when there was a exchange going on between Watson and Sherlock and Lestrade, and it was just kind of like, oh yeah, like he was just used to Sherlock pinpointing things out. Like, he just had a balloon there. It's like, yeah, he wouldn't even notice things.
That's funny.
It's like, I'm like drinking tea. This is one of those things, like, I don't know. I can see him being next villain, but at the same time it will be weird.
Yeah, maybe I could see him just being like an adversary, or like something's gonna cause Watson to want to solve some sort of mystery, and then Sherlock is gonna be trying to solve the same mystery or something like that. Or, I don't know. I have no idea where the season's heading, which is kind of exciting. But
how's Watson making money in this show?
He's still writing those blogs, maybe.
He's making money from the blog.
Maybe. I mean,
how is he gonna take care of Rosie?
Well, he's got I always forget her name.
Molly.
I genuinely liked it. I hope the next few episodes aren't as stuffed. I feel like they just had to get some stuff out of the way this time. They got it out of the way, so let's hope that they,
Yeah. It was very, very loosely based on the actual story.
Six Napoleon.
Yeah, which wasn't even Six Napoleon. It was Six Thatcher, but they did talk about Napoleon.
Yeah, it was a little Easter egg.
And one of the house, there was like one... Oh, wait. I think you barely might have remembered it. When the fifth bust was busted, there was a dead body outside of the house. Do you see it? It was like really briefly, this showed a body, and he didn't even look like twice on it, and then they just walked away. They talk more about it in the story, but like, again, there was like one of those things like, come on, like, you're not gonna talk about that body, you're not gonna look in his pocket and find a photograph that's gonna lead you to actually doesn't connect to the real killer anyway.
I mean, maybe he just shot him to get to the bust and smash it, so it wasn't important. But yeah, it was kind of quick go.
Yeah.
I feel like we were complaining a lot, but I mean, like, this episode was a little rocky to me. It's not like I hate the show or anything. I just want it'll get better. Usually the first episode is always like, the second episode's like, the third episode's always the best.
Third episode are always the best. It makes sense.
Oh yeah.
It makes sense. I really hope they don't bring Moriarty back.
No.
Yeah. I think they'd go with it. I wonder if Sherlock wanted to get shot to see if he can survive.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe he was relating himself to the, merchant in Baghdad story, because he had escaped death with Moriarty once, and like this whole thing, he was like started by chasing Moriarty's ghost and ended up there. So maybe he was just like, "Fuck it, shoot me," or he was just being cocky. He didn't expect the bitch to just. Oh yeah, when that happened, I was like, "How the fuck is he gonna get out of this?" just like pull up right there. I'm like,
and he just like stood
yeah,
there.
yeah, I mean,
He
you gotta have time to react.
Exactly.
I swear the bullet was like here, and then Mary was like, whoop.
That happens so fast.
Yeah. All right, guys. Does he have anything else to add?
No, good episode overall. I mean, I love Sherlock, so it was great.
Yeah, all the quips in the writing is still funny. Like the characters make me laugh, so it's it's good.
Benedict Cumberbatch is great.
That was just the plot we had problems with.
Yeah, the accents are kind of hard to understand sometimes.
I know. I wish we had subtitles. I'm sorry, all of our fans across the pond. Sometimes it's a little hard to understand the accents.
I love it,
Yeah.
but it's hard to understand sometimes, especially when he talks so fast.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
just like looking at each other.
yeah,
like,
yeah. We're like, what did he say?
What did he say?
You
Like,
didn't know either.
We tried to explain. It was like, no, I didn't catch it. Like, let's just keep going. It will solve itself.
Need Chris here to be like, he was talking about the like Chris somehow would just know regardless.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Hey guys, let us know if you need more normies.
Yeah, if we need more normies for these. I mean, we're the only ones that are like mostly fans. I think you're a super fan. I think I'm a fan.
I'm caught up.
Yeah. We're the only ones caught up. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to call myself fan.
I'm a fan.
It's a huge book.
Okay,
I can't
you're
remember
totally a
everything.
fan. Sherlock Holmes is your favorite fictional character of all time.
Oh,
So
it
you're
is.
definitely.
I love Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, he is my favorite. That's it. I'm not gonna reiterate everything that I just said. All right,
guys. See ya.
Bye.
Like, share, sub. All
Subscribe.
that stuff. Bye.
Bye.